All right, everybody, welcome to the Timeout podcast with your boy Ollie and Vince. We are back. So but to talk basketball and soccer, and we will discuss NFL only if there's something major happening. But as of right now,
Sorry, Falcons.
it's pretty static. The reason why we decided to do this is to save time and to be able to discuss basketball and soccer topics more in depth. So we will get the soccer out of the way. How are you feeling, Ali?
You know,
Oh,
it's only one. It's only one loss. It's not five. You know, and it wasn't a
yo,
blowout loss.
I don't know why I have this song queued up, but it's not playing. Nobody can hear it. I don't know what's going on. Are you able to hear it?
No,
Can you? Yeah. You guys
no.
cannot hear the Hala Madrid, nada más.
Yeah, sing it all you want, man. Sing it all you want. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, and I'm not gonna be like those. I'm not gonna be like those Barcelona, those other like Barca fans, or like, oh, we had so many injuries. Injuries are a part of the game, guys.
No, 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 no. Listen,
Injuries are a part of the game.
I'm gonna give it to you. Rafinha wasn't there. That's a major loss for you guys.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
Um,
I'm not gonna hang. I'm not gonna be like, oh, because it's
Lewandowski wasn't there. That's another major.
that's
But
another
besides
major
that, there
loss.
was not nobody important missing. But guys, fan of the podcast, let me give you some context
Now give all the
as
context you need,
as
man.
to why I'm laughing like this. This guy right here. Oti kouzem telman reme, men. Oti frem telman reme. This guy posted and told me that there's 2 days in the year that he don't fuck with me. And I'm like, what did I do? And then I read, and I'm like, oh, so at least 2 days because there are two Clásicos.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I didn't say anything. And then Lamin Yamal went and called us thieves.
Yep.
We pay referees.
Yep.
We always complaining.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yo, for the people on the podcast, like the Haitians on the podcast who are from the north, just like our parents, like our mothers. There's a saying in the north, in the north. Lord Simon bezwen gombo show ou balil la flame. La, Lamin Yamal, what did Lamin Yamal do? Nothing. He got shut down by Carreras.
I mean,
Yeah?
if it
Is
took an
that
18-year-old kid to get y'all to play, I'm not mad at it.
listen, listen. So this is what's going on, guys.
I've never
Is
seen
is
an 18-year-old get on so many people's nerves. But I will say this though.
no, no, no,
I
no,
will
no,
say
no, no,
this though.
no. There's a difference. Let me tell you this though. Before, sorry, don't forget your thought.
I
There's
will.
a difference. Yes, he's 18, but there's a respect to be had for the institution. That is Real Madrid or that is FC Barcelona. It's just like if Vinicius came out and said, "Oh, Barcelona is trash. They don't do anything. They are not even Spain because they are trying to get their freedom." Been fucked up, bro. It's soccer at the end of the day. It's played on the field, and then we go home and we move the next day. Yeah, the fans might be, making fun of each other at the end of the day, but it's all in love, man. It's all in good love. So there was no need for those hostile statements. And it didn't take an 18-year-old to get the team to play together. Real Madrid is still trash at the end of the day. We are still not good,
Hey,
but
but hey, that 18-year-old wearing purple, he spoke.
we're still not good because
He
if
spoke.
Real Madrid was playing playing at the level that I know Real Madrid can play, bro, that would have been a massacre. It would have been 4-5-1 because Mbappe missed a penalty that was 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe missed a couple of shots. There
Mm-hmm.
were cues where people were not at the same level. Xabi Alonso had the nerve again to remove the best player in the game.
He removed Vinicius. Did you see what Vinicius said?
Yeah, he said he's leaving the team. And
No,
I agreed.
he was like, it's always me. It was like,
It's
it's
always
always
me.
me.
It's like maybe I should leave the team. And I was like, my guy finally got some cojones. I was happy because Vinicius was the best player on that soccer field, man, on that game. He was playing. Yo, the second goal doesn't happen if there's no Vinicius on the field. Why? Why that substitution? Why? Why? You know, so there's still a lot of problems in Real Madrid's locker room, and just like Barcelona right now is facing some issues too because I can say your best midfielder is injured.
And they don't have they don't. He's injured in a type of injury that he got kind of scares me because to be so young and to already have a hamstring tear, it's like,
And that's a guy that was playing at a high level. That's a guy.
man,
That's a guy I wanted to steal from you guys. I'm not even gonna
man,
lie.
it's he man he he plays so beautiful, man.
Ooh.
That's, man,
Ooh.
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt
Yeah, that's
because
gonna that's gonna hurt you because I don't see who can play at that level in your roster right now. I don't.
we don't have somebody who could play at that level on the roster. Period. That's why
Because
he's that.
the kid that I believed in the Clásico, he played like shit, Fermin Lopez. But that's one game.
That's
Maybe
one game. That's one game, and he's gonna get more opportunities moving forward. So
and
it's like
I believe in your coach though. Hansi Flick knows what he's doing.
he knows what he's doing. I like him, but well, it's it's sometimes it's a little hit or miss. Sometimes it's a little because he there are sometimes where he'll make adjustments and it'll be too late. He'll make them, but it'll be too late. That's probably like the only problem I have with him.
I think every coach have that issue sometimes when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
teams. Because the way it's flowing, I really like it. Because we went from Real Madrid victory to Pedri's injury, and now we're gonna talk about Liverpool, and then we can move on. So this is what's happening with Liverpool right now. The coach is making adjustment too late. Because I'm a Liverpool fan. And in English football, Liverpool is like the team that I would for. But I feel like the coach is dying with the soldiers that he trusts, and that's something that I hate in coaching.
I don't like that in coaching. I don't like
You
the
have
concept of you have well, it's undeniable you're gonna have favorites, but I don't like that idea.
no, you okay. So when I used to play high school basketball, my coach clearly had favorites, but when it
Yeah.
comes the time that we needed a win, and his favorites were not playing at the level that he expected, he will bench them and put people that he think can get a different result. So this is what's happening with Liverpool right now. So the coach is really trusting Mohamed Salah, but Mohamed Salah is not informed.
Hey, Mohamed Salah isn't playing like he wants to be a part of the team either. Like, bro, when
No,
he got
I think that
he's
Mohamed's
gone.
it's just my feeling, my personal feeling. I'm not saying that I read that anywhere. I'm not saying that it is like something that I know for a fact. I feel like Mohamed Salah has an agreement with one of those Saudi Arabia teams, like a verbal agreement that next year is gonna play for a ton of money over there. So this season he don't care because his money is guaranteed. Because either it's either that or he's really really not informed.
I think he's just for some reason he's just not in it. I don't know if there's a disagreement in that locker room. Well, there's hints at a strong disagreement with him and front office coaching and stuff like that. Because after he got subbed off, he changed all of his social media. He took off. He took off the
But
fact that
he knew that he was gonna get subbed off. He knew that. He knew
well,
that because people are calling for him to start on the bench, literally get bench, because Liverpool does have the talent to win games,
mm-hmm.
but they dying because they still think that Salah is their best player. He is not anymore. There was a time. So this is one of the reasons I'm a diehard Real Madrid fan. And sometimes it pains. Sometimes as much as I will cuss them out, I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing Florentino Perez knows how to do is when it's time to move on from a player. When he moved on from Cristiano Ronaldo, a lot of us Real Madrid fans were angry. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what the? But it was time. It was time. Might have been a couple season early, but the
I
money
think it
that
was 2 seasons early. I don't think it was 2 seasons too early.
but think about it all. Think about it. If he had resigned Cristiano, there's 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 a certain level of player you cannot offer a 2-year contract,
He's
because
one of
that's
those
already telling them
that they're out the door.
they're at the door. And if you're offering a guy like Cristiano a 2-year contract only, how much money you're gonna put on the table? And do you think that is worth that money? So you might as well let him go and sign a couple, like rebuild. And
Mm-hmm.
even in that rebuilding season, the only thing that pissed me off is that he took that number 7 and gave him to Mariano Diaz. So now there's a record book somewhere that has Mariano Diaz was once the number 7 at Real Madrid. That's something that doesn't sit well with me, because I have a thing about numbers that I know certain player cannot wear certain number because those numbers are too iconic. Number 7 was won by Raul, by Cristiano Ronaldo, by Luis Figo. You don't put that on just any player. There's a reason why Napoli retired the number 10. There's nobody that's gonna wear number 10 in Napoli again after Diego Maradona. That's respect.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Real Madrid has a motto that says no player is bigger than the institution. I respect
Yep.
that. I respect that. But still, there should be some type of respect there. Because when you took that number and you put, because there were players, you could have given it to Vinicius, but you put it on, you could have given it to Benzema and give,
Benzema should have been 7.
exactly. But you cannot just take it and put on a kid that nobody knows, and that's not even a starter for the team. That's literally telling Cristiano Ronaldo F you after everything that he did for the team. That one part pissed me off. But he knows that when it's time to move on. Look at Modric. Modric is still playing
Yeah.
high level soccer, but
But he
he
was
did not
aging.
not only is aging, but resigning him is gonna keep a roster spot from a kid like Oda Guler, like the Argentinian kid that they signed, Mastron Tuomo, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, sometimes you have to know when it's time to move on from a player. Is it time? I think somebody will tell me. So you think it's time to move on from Salah?
Yeah. Salah's already doing it for them. That's what I'm saying.
Salah's moving on, but maybe they think if they keep him, he can unblock one. I think it's like the Brazilian Neymar situation over there. Because I'm torn between if Neymar should go to the World Cup or not for Brazil.
He's not. I thought he wasn't because they didn't give him a spot on the roster because of his last injury. He was recovering from an injury. He came back, played 5 games in a row, got hurt again, and then they were like, no, we're moving
That's
on.
it. I think there's still time. I think they're gonna call him and have him play 10.
Ah,
Ancelotti already said he's not gonna play him on the wing.
yeah,
But
because
I
he
think
thinks the wing is it's too physical for him. Like it's too physical for him to at his age. Yeah.
I think they're still gonna go with him. But that again, if there's nobody better to take a roster spot, I feel like you can go with the player. But when you Liverpool, you have Florian Wirtz, you have Alexander Isaac, you have I don't like this guy because he burned my parlay, but
Say his name. Screw your parlay.
Ekitike.
Okay.
You have Cody Gakpo, and you have Federico Chiesa, like those are guys that can play on the attacking front. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because they're gonna play Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to go face your most fierce adversary in the Champions League? Because they played three final. Is it two or three finals against us? We won. I think we won two and they won one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to go in that grudge match and you're not informed? I
That
don't.
I think it's self-sabotage personally, because I don't think that, because it's like if you already don't have the trust in the team and you don't have the trust in the coach's decisions, you're not gonna. Doesn't matter how good your form is, you're not gonna want to perform for the team.
And I think one of the dumbest decisions they did was letting Luis Diaz go
Mm-hmm.
because he shouldn't have. Liverpool started falling after they let Mane go. Mane was still on top, and they did not want to pay him. And honestly, I think the kid they got from Bayern Leverkusen, if I'm a coach right now and I'm studying an 11 I'm studying a guy on the right, I will start Jeremy Frimpong and then have another guy like the guy they stud. I forgot his name. Play right back, and then Jeremy Frimpong can play left. I mean right winger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start Isaac in the middle. I mean Isaac in the middle, and then have Podzigakpo on the left. I think that will be a better formation for them than keep on studying Salah when Salah's hurt. He's not even in this anymore.
Mm-hmm. 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 And it's gonna be for Barcelona fans. I'm not even gonna. I don't want to speak in defeat, but defending the tie, it's gonna be hard because the injury bug is too severe. Like it,
I mean,
I
I
gotta
did,
see how
I
we play
did,
the next couple of games, really,
I
because
did
even
warn you. I did warn you guys last season. I said you guys were playing those kids too much.
I agree with you too. I was that like when we ended up losing one of our games, I was like, it's because we were falling under fatigue, and
Mm-hmm.
this was also I forgot who we played because I was arguing this with people in my
You
friend
don't
group.
even need to go too far. That game you guys lost in the Champions League against Inter, it's
Yeah,
because of fatigue.
because of fatigue, because we were at that point we were burnt out, and
Yeah.
we were winning, but we were
Mm-hmm.
burnt out. So and then when I said that to the group chat, the one Real Madrid fan in there, because it's the ratio's very off. The one Real Madrid fan in there, he's like, "Oh, you guys are not gonna blame fatigue," but it's a fact there.
No,
It's a
yeah, 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 y'all were tired.
and
Y'all
then
were winning. Y'all were winning because the players were good and they could play, but y'all were tired. Because you
and
could see that like Rafinha will take certain shots, and you're wondering why, you know. But
but it wasn't
yeah,
even that. It was him. It was him. It was him. Even Yamal at some points they were taking plays off. Not taking plays off, but they were like at more points in the games, they were taking more time to just instead of run and jog, they were just walking the field, pacing themselves more, just finding any time they could to just recollect themselves
yeah, rest a
before
little
they could
bit.
start moving again. And then when you talk about a injury like a hamstring, that's overuse.
Hmm.
That's overuse. That's
Hmm.
that's high level play over a long period of time. And if you don't address it in the beginning stages, you get something like this. Now we don't know when you're
Or
gonna come
it's
back.
it's wear and tear.
It's wear and tear. And then we don't know when you're gonna come back. And if you come back, and because we don't know when he's gonna come back, we can't put a timetable on Pedri's recovery. Because if we might be like, oh, he could be back in a month and a half. Then he's
Hmm.
back in a month and a half, and his form's not the same. But he's
Hmm.
still
Hmm.
but he's still playing at a high level minutes wise, and then you re-aggravate. And then when you talk about re-aggravating, every time you re-aggravate an injury, it takes a piece away from your
Hmm.
athletic ability. So it's
I don't know, man. But I don't know. We'll see though. But on the bright side, Bayern is doing its thing over it. 14
There's a
matches,
small
14
chance
wins.
we could also get Julian Alvarez from Atletico. So I'm like, it's a tiny chance. It's a tiny chance, which is why I'm like, if there's a tiny chance, I'm like, okay, I will see how this plays out.
When are you guys gonna learn?
Look, never.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I'm like, you guys don't remember what Nico Williams did to y'all?
I like Julian Alvarez. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? If he,
no. Julian,
I
Julian,
love him.
Julian is dope. Julian is dope.
He's a baller.
He's
Oh my god,
dope, man. Julian Alvarez is what everybody expected Dybala to be, but Dybala never became.
man, he's so good. He's so good. So hey,
Hmm.
if he wants to come on over, who am I to say no? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
that 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 that's not happening.
after Barcelona, Atletico Madrid is one of my favorite teams. So either
You
way,
still you still not coming to get that whooping, bro. I
I
need
don't
you
know
to come get
I
that.
don't know what player you're
I need
talking
you to
about. Then
come get
I,
that whooping, bro.
I, I it could be icky. You could lose today. That's up to you.
People people are keep telling me let's play, and every time I'm logging in, there's nobody online. Come on, guys, come get those whooping, man.
I don't know
Come.
what he's talking about.
I'm feeling it right now. Come get it.
Man, when
But
one
you,
Clásico, suddenly he want to play everybody. That's
oh
crazy.
no, not even. I've been telling you to come get that whooping before
You know what
since
I'm saying?
before the
And speaking
Clásico.
of overuse injuries, man, day to day Davis is back.
Uh, always disabled.
Day to day.
Listen,
Day.
guys, I was in Dallas last weekend. I enjoy watching them against Washington. Yo, I had the time of my life. I left the stadium on my way as soon as the game was over. We opened the door together. It was pouring outside. When I say pouring, like thunderstorm. So and their parking is like it's a half a mile distance from the stadium. Their stadium looks a little bit weird. It looks like a museum. So on our way to get the car, I got soaking wet. So I came back to New York with a cold. I don't regret the cold. I had the time of my life at the game. I love watching the flag. The flag got burned, but I enjoy watching him.
Cooper can play. Cooper can play. He can definitely play.
Ooh,
I was telling,
ooh,
but
it is.
I have a hot take though because I was man. I don't know how you feel about this because like yes you can play, but he's also very young. So there's like it's hit or miss what his potential could be really. Because people are saying like at his because I was a coworker of mine said at
And
his best he said at his best Cooper Flag is going to be better than Luka Doncic. And I was like, stop.
at his best,
At his absolute best,
better
like
than Luka Doncic.
yes, at the peak of his
Uh,
powers, at the peak of his potential as a player, he
Ish.
will be better than Luka Doncic. And I was
Listen,
like,
I watched the kid for one game, like seeing with my own eyes, not TV. Was in the stadium, enjoying, taking, soaking every move, everything. I don't think they play the same
they don't know, not from a like play style, just from a like he will
from a
be
like
better,
value.
like value, what he means to franchise, every like he will be better, he will be a better player than Luka Doncic. And I said no. Here's because they
Why you
had
said no?
this
Tell me why you said no first.
Luka was EuroLeague MVP at 18 for
Hmm.
Real Madrid.
Okay, okay.
Luka was a professional player at 16 years old, playing against grown men. I don't. To me,
So,
that's just a different. That's just different than being a great player at the high school level. I will
hmm
always value being a player at the professional level more because you see different coverages. You learn the game better from a fundamentals perspective because the EuroLeague really value fundamental play and team oriented. EuroLeague is very much no matter how great your talent, you're still not bigger than the program, even though the team in the plays will benefit you and try to get you more touches and stuff, it's still going to be very team oriented. You know what I'm saying? So to be that guy at a young age prior to coming into the league, the value in the defenses and the IQ that you've developed is way beyond. And you get that coming in at 18 into the NBA, as opposed to you go through the traditional, you go AAU, high school, one season in college, the league at 18. So
So
that's one. And then to me, I like, I don't know. I haven't seen. There's parts of his game that I like, but like, he's a very athletic kid. Could develop his jump shot more. Um, he has a high motor, but I think that's just attributed to his youth, which will take him far. But there's just still, it's very raw, that which is fine because he's 18. It's just
mhm,
very raw right now,
mhm,
which is why I
mhm.
can't be like.
So this is what I was gonna tell you,
But
because
that's why I have a comparison though. So say what you gotta say, and I'll give you my comparison and see what you think.
okay, I watched them play in a loss versus the Wizards out of everybody. But yeah, when they were playing, but by the way, there's a kid in the Wizards. I did not know him, but this kid is the Keyshawn George.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
cool. He's calm.
yeah, he's a solid player.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave them that. So watching Flag play against them, even when the lead was double digits, Flag kept Dallas in the game. When everybody were like okay, yo, we there's no way we can win. If I will say this though, if three other players had Flag's drive to win that game,
They win
Dallas
the
would have
game.
won.
Yeah,
Huh?
they win the game. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying. Yeah, they win the game. He has a high
because
motor and everything.
80 was being 80. He was just making his shots, but he wasn't like it, I feel like 80's demeanor was we win, we win. We lose, I'm gonna get my points. But Flag was fighting to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the fourth quarter, like early fourth quarter, he kept them in the game. He kept them. That's why when Jason Kidd removed him from the game, I was like, this is bad coaching. You don't remove the player that's fighting to win that game for you at the moment where he's knocking down threes, driving to the basket, like getting fouls, call on him. You don't make that substitution, bro.
You do if you gambling.
Yo,
Ah!
yo, this, this dude.
Shout out to the Blazers.
Shout out to the Heat.
Hey.
Anyways, you don't make that substitution, bro. Like for the life of me, when he made that substitution, I told Angie, okay, this is where they lost the game. Even her, because Angie played high school basketball. She was like, why did he remove the guy that's putting up the point for her? I'm like, I can't tell you anything. I don't know. I don't know. Meanwhile, Keyshawn George is killing them. The Washington Wizards coach is letting Keyshawn George kill them. Like
Mm-hmm.
go slaughter them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get that substitution. I really don't get it because if I feel like if Flag would have stayed in there, and well, we got to talk about Thompson Clay.
Well, we don't have
Uh,
to talk about him. We know what it is. Like, he's exiting. This is a man nearing the end of his career. You know, he's already set up well off the court. It's like you're not gonna. You've already won your championships. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to prove. You're already one of the greatest shooters to ever live.
I don't know what was that, bro.
You
I
go
don't know what
home
was that,
to the Stallion. I mean, so what? You go 6 for you go 6 for 21 game, 1 for 6 on other game. So what? What? So
bro.
what? What,
I don't know. I
what if
don't
you're
know
shooting
what was.
36% from three? What?
I don't know what was that. So this is why, and now with to go back to, well, tell me your comparison before I
Okay,
move on.
so I didn't say he was going to be better than Luka, but because of how raw he is as a player, you want to know who I was like at his best. He could be this guy, but also be a better version of this guy.
Mm.
Do you remember prime Gordon Hayward?
Oh yeah.
He
Oh yeah.
at his best, Cooper Flag is reminding me of a better version of Gordon
Charlotte
Hayward.
days. Charlotte days of
Early Charlotte, but
early Charlotte.
Utah.
Before, oh, Utah. Okay.
Utah
Okay.
Gordon Hayward
Okay.
when he came back brolic with the
Mm-hmm.
muscle. That's
I see what,
you
okay. I
see
see
what
what
I'm
version.
because his game was polished. He was like an all right defender. He could shoot the three. He was
Mm-hmm.
great off the
You can
ball,
drive in the basket.
great in transition, drives to the basket,
Hmm.
dunked on your favorite player on a random Tuesday and was on ESPN top 10, no
Mm-hmm.
problems asked, and
See,
would give you an efficient 25. That's who he could. Cooper Flag could be a better version of that.
mm-hmm.
That's what
Mm-hmm.
I see. And then at his worst, at his absolute worst, he's Grayson Allen. Rotational guy, Duke guy, solid to your team, 3 and D player.
You spot on with these, bro. You spot on with these. I
That's who
was
I see. But he's
I
very
was
raw still.
thinking, and I'm gonna go very old school with that. The game that he played, you know what he remind me of?
Hmm.
Scalabrini.
I don't know.
You remind me of him a little bit. I'm not saying that he is the same type of player, but the way he was playing, like the points, the way his shot selections, like
Or I'll even say Delino Gallinari. I'll say that name too. As like a
that's a
middle
yeah, that's
as like a
another.
middle of the ground. Like at his
Hmm.
worst, he's Grayson Allen. In the middle, if he plateaus, he's Gallinari. And then if he goes up here, he's a
Is
premium version of
yeah,
Gordon
yeah,
Hayward.
Gordon Hayward. Yeah, I like that. I like that Gordon Hayward comparison because I think he can be that. I think he can be prime Gordon. We're not talking about Boston Hayward. We're
No,
talking
not
about
Boston.
like
We're talking
yeah,
like early Charlotte,
yeah.
30, occasional 30 bombs, solid, efficient
Hmm.
25,
Hmm.
Utah Jazz, Gordon Hayward.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I like that comparison. But yeah, to go back to what I was gonna ask you or what I was gonna say.
Hmm.
Now with AD being on the shelf, what does that mean for Dallas? Because now you have two guys on the shelf, 25, 30 points a night on the shelf. You have a Klay Thompson that is just the captain,
He's the
thinking about his boats. You
exactly.
have a D'Angelo Russell thinking that he's in Brooklyn, but he's playing. And yo, I was looking at the guy play. I'm like, bro, fit into your wall, forcing shots. Like,
That's something that honestly that's something that Jason's kids gotta have a talk to him about, or at the
it,
very least, because who I forgot who was on that. Michael Porter Jr. was on the podcast, the 7 p.m. podcast. Love that podcast, but he was on that podcast and he basically talked about how you have to keep that mentality and you have to train like you're gonna get those type of touches that you got when you were the guy at some point in your career, because
but
you're gonna be in positions to be to be the guy again.
so what do you think the lineup is now? Because when I was at the game, Gafford was injured.
Yeah, Gafford was hurt.
Is it still or is back?
I don't know. I haven't seen any updates on his injury, but I honestly even the Anthony Davis injury got an update because now they're saying that It's not a full-on Achilles tear. It's the same thing that Halliburton had before he tore his Achilles.
Then I will hope that he really sits down and take care of it because Halliburton did not, and we all are seeing what
Because
happened.
it was the playoffs, and Halliburton felt good enough to walk and do
He
the
did
minimum,
not
and then he
feel good
tore it.
enough. He did not feel good enough, boy. We all know what's going on in that locker room. He's the best player on the team. Everybody's looking at him. We go zero. You ready to go, man? We cannot do this without you. You're zero. Come on. And he got a couple of painkiller shot, got on the field, and now he's hurt. Come on, man. We know what's going on in that locker room. So
Hey man, it's honestly, this is a great if this is an opportunity for flag experimentation.
because he's the
Mm-hmm.
no, listen.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I see what you mean. It is the best opportunity for flag experimentation,
Mm-hmm.
but PJ Washington is gonna be the I think Jason Kidd is gonna have PJ kind of ease flag into this
Mm.
because what if you just drop the team on flag and the cookie crumbles?
I'm not saying drop the team on him because at this point you can't come with expectations of success because of how injured. Like if I'm Dallas, everybody in their grandmother knew that they had lost the trade because they traded a player who, although was injury prone, was younger and still in his prime for a player who's
Oh,
very injury prone.
he is showing them what they did. Got fit to the first two games of the season. He averaged what?
He was
It's
averaging
some 90
36.
some. Oh, exactly. He's coming back tonight. I mean, it's him coming back tonight is a little bit bittersweet for me because my boy AR-15 is balling, bro, and
Hey,
he's gonna lose some
no matter.
touches.
AR-15, move back to the side. All right, it's cool if you have 25 tonight. Move back to the side. Move back to the side. All right, the guy is back.
I like AR-15, bro.
Yeah, till
I
playoff
think
time come. It's all nice now. I gotta see it in the postseason. He could drop 50 now. I gotta see something in the postseason. I gotta see something in the postseason.
it's me. I'm not
No,
gonna knock him down in the postseason like he's not balling at all in the postseason. He's been
that's how.
solid.
Hey, but when they need him the most in the postseason, it got to him. 2 years in a row now.
We'll see. We'll see this
Two
season.
years in a row.
I mean, so yeah, to go back to Dallas,
To
man.
go back to Dallas,
I don't want to see Flag like get handled the team this early. I think PJ should take the reign and let him think that he's in the driver's seat, but slowly ease him. I mean, let him think that he's in the passenger seat, but slowly ease him into like handling the team time. Cause PJ can ball.
he can. He can.
I don't know why PJ is not in the team right now, being their solid number two. It can be that.
I mean, for some time. Well, I'd argue for some time he kind of was when he played for the Wizards at some point because he was really nice.
No, I'm talking about being in a solid contender team and being their
Oh,
number two guy.
well, the,
Yo,
the
you
solid
put you
contenders, the
you
solid
put
contenders have
PJ.
the number two guys though.
No, okay. What is the number two guy for the Milwaukee Bucks?
I would argue that it's Miles Turner. I would argue that it's Miles Turner.
You love the game.
I
You've
love the
been
game.
you're a student of the game. No, I know. It's not a question.
Love the
It's a
game.
statement. You're a student of the game. Like you paid your dues. You did your research and did all that. You know how many times a trade fucked up a player
I don't
or
think Miles.
signing. Well, not even a trade. Signing with another team after being a content like in the finals, being at that level, and then think that okay, yo, I'm gonna go get my money, and they sign for a team and that fucked up a player.
He chose to leave.
Exactly.
He chose to leave.
I don't wanna make that statement as of yet, saying Miles Turner. I appreciate you using the word I will argue.
Yeah,
It
because I don't
it
know
is
Because if you go down their roster, I could tell you who it's not. It's not Gary Trent Jr. It's
So that's what I'm
definitely not.
saying. If
It could.
if
I
if
really
I'm
like Ryan. Ryan Rollins is nice, but it's not him.
if
It's
I'm if I'm Milwaukee, I put a nice trade package for PJ.
it's not. It's not. It's definitely not Kevin Porter Jr. Even though he's like a spark plug for them.
It's definitely not Kyle Kuzma.
I noticed how I didn't say his name. It's not. It's not. It's not Cole Anthony. Definitely, it's never gonna be Cole Anthony. Really, it's not gonna
So,
be. It's not gonna be Gary Harris.
but Ali, my number two cannot play in a way that is similar to my number one. That
He
well,
doesn't.
to me, I don't think so.
He
I don't
doesn't
think he
play
can
like
be.
Giannis.
Yeah, it's two big guys. That Giannis doesn't have a 3-point shot, does he?
No,
Giannis plays mostly mid-range paint. Turner can knock out the three, bare like sometimes it's not. I will not say Turner is Steph Curry with it,
no.
but is also paint mid-range type of guy. So if yo, I bet you dollars to donuts. If you put PG in a team like Milwaukee, it will fit. You don't think so?
I don't think so. I
Why
don't
not?
really. I don't really see it because that's still another player who more often than not will demand touches and be demanding in the paint. He's still gonna clog up that area.
You don't think PJ Washington is a better version of Chris Middleton?
Hell no.
Why not?
Chris Middleton put the fear of God. Miami Heat fan talking here. Chris Middleton put the fear of God when he had Chris Middleton. I don't think people we use the term microwave a lot, like a player who can get really hot. There was a guy by the name of Michael Redd. Chris Middleton is the second coming of Michael Redd when he got hot. It was a problem. I don't think you could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, people, or just if I'm talking crazy. But Chris Middleton, sometimes when Giannis would have his good nights, you could live with them. You could not live with Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton will be the best number two Giannis ever has in his career. Chris Middleton on fire could make any shot you wanted. Shoot three, sniper from the mid range, and he had a nice turnaround jumper to the point where there was a meme about him playing like Jordan when backs were against the wall. It was a real problem. I do not see that in PJ whatsoever. The injuries the injuries in time are really gonna make people devalue Chris Middleton and how much of a solid number two that he was for Giannis. But I can't stress this enough. I do not see that in PJ. He's
PG,
not
you know,
that
you know
solid of a
PJ,
number
you
two.
know PJ Washington when he's hot, he's a bucket, right?
He ain't Chris Middleton. I'm sorry. He ain't Chris Middleton hot.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
I'm not gonna argue with you and like give you, but I'm just saying like from what I've seen, maybe I've watched Chris when he was having his bad days. I never
Hey,
caught him when he was really hot.
I
But
have nightmares.
yo, the little games that I've watched of PJ, this dude is fearless. He's a
Mm-hmm.
bucket,
Mm-hmm.
and yo, I
Great
mean,
defender too.
I think he will be. I think he will be beneficial to a team like the Bucks. I think he will be beneficial. I think he will be beneficial to your hits.
We'll take anybody.
Here it is again. Here's the sign of despair again.
Hey, man, we had a man who actively faked injuries and has side bets on himself on the court. We gave a first round pick for that man. We traded for Precious Achua just to waive him because we didn't have the money to pay him.
Let's get it, people. Let's talk about gambling scandal.
Man,
Listen, first of all, I have a message for all of those people that got arrested. Y'all didn't know my number? My parlays kept getting burned. I come here every Monday now. Every Monday at 8:30 to tell you guys somebody done burn my parlay. And y'all making money. They didn't even give a nigga a heads up.
He said he would have been in on it. But no, that whole gambling situation, it's this is not the first time the NBA has been involved in a gambling situation. You know, a lot of
I think
you
it's the
remember
first
Tim
time it's
Donaghy?
that serious. Who?
Do you remember? Oh, do you remember Tim Donaghy? He was
Nah.
that. He was an older NBA referee from back in the day who would fix games.
Oh, I don't
And
know. I don't know a referee's name like that besides Scott Foster.
he's look up Tim Donaghy. He's legendary. He cost the Kings. He cost the Kings a championship. He cost the Kings a championship run. He was a part of that Kings Lakers thing. He cost them. And then we all know about Scott Foster because he's another one of them. The
Yeah, I know
legendary
Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. Yeah, he's got some involvement. I can't prove it, but he's involved. But the NBA has been in those gambling scandals before. This time it's a whole lot. It's worse. The reason I say it's worse is because this is a sport that is actively promoting gambling platforms, that is actively making deals with a ton of gambling conglomerates. For you to be involved in such a scandal harms the integrity of the league and it harms the integrity of the leadership, namely Adam Silver, who said specifically during the Terry Rozier thing, because it was brought up to him that
Mm-hmm.
there may be something fishy going on with Terry's games.
Terry was cleared by the NBA.
They cleared him only for the FBI to come back and be like, no,
and
he's
and arrest them.
and arrest him. So what could you have seen for you to decide that Terry was clear? Especially if fans can spot it. Fans can go back and look at the footage and be like, yep, this game he faked an injury, and that particular game he faked the injury and all his unders hit. The man was
I'm gonna let you
taking
finish
air balls
because I'm gonna let you
in a
finish because
Miami Heat
I have another
uniform.
view from that.
He was taking air balls in a Miami Heat uniform. He was taking air ball, and I got some smoke for Chauncey Billups too. You know how many episodes I came on this podcast and I was like, Chauncey Billups should not have a job as head coach in the league. Do you know how many times I said that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would come on here, and I'd be like, guys, the Blazers are a terrible team. I've seen a couple games. Fire Chauncey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know how
Mm-hmm.
many? And then they pulled footage. Same thing for Chauncey Billups. They pulled footage of a game that was winnable for the Blazers. Denny Abdia was on his way to getting a 30 ball. Denny Abdia was hooping. His only scorer subbed him out. Subbed him
So
out.
NBA look into Jason Kidd.
Man, look into Jay. Look into all of them. Look into
All of them.
look into all of them. Look into every single one of them because specifically for the Blazers organization too. I also think that that's a part of the reason that Dame left the team.
You think so?
I had because there's no way they found out that this was happening now, but to me, I feel like it's been going on for
But
longer than.
when Dame left, um, Billups wasn't the coach.
No, I believe it had to do with a part. I believe it was a part of it though,
Mm.
because more so from the coaching standpoint, but organizational. Because I can't be a GM. Like I can't. I know some GMs don't pay attention to their NBA teams. I understand that, but there's no way I can be a GM. Look at the team's performance because at some point it's gonna hurt your bottom line. People aren't coming to games to watch you get clapped by 20 every night.
No, they don't stay. Yo, Dallas was losing. You know, as soon as he removed Cooper Flag and then Washington went in that little one, the stadium was empty. And I'm talking in a matter of seconds, not even minutes, seconds.
So sure, they already paid money for the tickets to be in the seat, but it's like that's not a good look for you. If you're and you're talking about a team that's already a small market team like the Blazers. On top of that, so now you allow a culture of losing to take place, to take root in your franchise, and you're not concerned enough to even like your star player decides that they can't be here because finally he gets some common sense and sees that this isn't working out for me. My career's gonna die here. And you don't think to start addressing some stuff with your franchise, and then you let your franchise be the focal point of a gambling scandal? To like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then if I'm a rookie, I want out the team as soon as possible. My God, imagine if you're a rookie on the Blazers, how could you trust anybody in the organization? Your coach doesn't put you in the game. You could be like, oh yeah, he got money on this game. I'm not finna play. I'm not finna develop. Or he's gonna put me in the worst positions possible. He's gonna put a terrible lineup together and just throw me out there. And then it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
for my development.
That's like that's gonna mess with you, your trade value, and all of that.
Everything.
But I'm looking at it. You see, the way you're looking at it at a basketball standpoint, I'm looking at it as a as another standpoint. You are a player making millions. Let's take Terry Rozier. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's take Terry Rozier, for example. What was his contract like? He was making millions anyways, right?
At that point, he had already gotten his extension.
I
Not
don't know
extension, but
how.
he's at that point he's making good money. At this point, he's making good money.
I don't know where they bet, but I know the little Fendo, DraftKings, whatever bet reverse, whatever app that I'm using, there's a level that of money that you cannot make from games. Like I've had parlays where, I take my chances where they were like extra long, and then for $10 you will make millions or whatever, and the app tells you no, this is too much. So let's say for the sake of argument that you're using those betting apps, you're not even making what you make like on a nightly or weekly basis for a bet. Like you're willing to risk your whole effing career for 50,000, $100,000. It don't make no sense for me when I think about it, bro. It really doesn't make any sense. It's like it's like there's this guy that well, I don't know him personally, but he hangs out with people that I talk to as a music producer that I used to produce music for. He's like a big well, he's in Haiti now. He's a big marketer. He got deported to Haiti because he was working at a bank and he stole the register money. How if for the sake of argument, let's say there was $10,000 in that register. So you're willing to lose a job, like a steady income that you have, for a quick 10,000 bucks? Like make it make sense. Like at some point, people, the greed, like you have to analyze the greed. It's like me and gambling. Like when I come here and I tell you guys, well, I got a parlay that was burned. It's not $100 parlay. I don't bet $100. I bet the most that I bet on a weekly basis is $50. And if not my 50, let's say my 50 get burned on a Monday, I'm done gambling for the week. So that's my discipline when it comes, because I don't do it for the need of money. I do it for fun. Yo, I work a lot, bro. You're a witness to the way I work. I work like a fucking slave. Like it's so I'm not I'm okay financially. I'm not gonna burn my hard-earned money trying to turn 10 into 10,000. But I know for those guys, it was like a sure thing because they know what they were doing, like they're betting on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, you betting to win 50,000, 100,000, even 200,000 while you're making millions? Make it make sense for me, bro. Please.
It's I guess some people like the hustle. So Jaylen Brown did say this too, which I would hope the league is doing. But he said that with all this implementation of sports gambling into the NBA and into professional sports as a whole, the league needs to set up resources to better take care of athletes who may suffer from gambling addiction, because that is a factor. So I
So
guess
we know
makes
the goat.
sense of
We know the guy that some people call the goat because it's not my goat.
he's not my goal, but he was a known gambler. He was a known gambler, and there's also a nice little underground theory saying that the reason he retired early and everything was because of some gambling problems that the NBA wanted to scrub clean, so they sent him away and just they banned him, but they put it under the guise of, oh, he's going to play baseball for 2 years because they didn't want to hurt the league's image. That's like a
Do you believe so?
I kind of do. I kind of do because
By the way, how did he do in baseball? I never
he,
really.
he wasn't all that. It was like Jordan playing bait. Like he was cool, but he wasn't good. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. He wasn't good. He wasn't
Okay,
good.
because that's the one sport I don't understand and I don't
But
know
by
anything
no,
about.
by baseball standards, he was not a good baseball player. But it's Jordan, so the move meant a lot. It was big for a time, and he was
Okay,
there. And two sport athletes are still or will forever be a big deal. Like two sport, like Deion Sanders, and that will forever be a big deal, no matter what. So
Coach Prime.
yeah, but I say
But
that
yo, to get back to that, bro, like Billups,
I've been calling for
Jesus.
this man to not be a coach for so long.
But you did not know what was going on though.
I didn't know it was going. I was just like, no, because I didn't know it was tied to gambling. I just thought he was bad at his
It
job.
was
I didn't know he
terrible.
was
But
bad at his.
you didn't know he was standing 100. You didn't know that he was trying to go Ben for Ben with some other guys.
And the crazy part is, Kevin Garnett was also found to be involved, and you're doing a podcast, but like you're retired. Just
He's
just
involved in this?
he's involved. Yes.
Oh, I heard LeBron is on the list too.
LeBron's on the list because the fans are going crazy because Chauncey Billups wore a Clutch Sports hoodie when he got arrested, and they're like, "Oh, he's sending a message. He's saying LeBron's camp knew about the whole thing." And I'm like, that's so stupid because if I'm LeBron, right,
Hmm.
brother,
Yo, if
I'm
LeBron is on
having
that
seven
list, this
rings.
is crazy because LeBron is a billionaire.
Yeah, I'm having 7 rings. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah,
Like what?
betting over on me.
I'm over here. I'm over here competing to be the greatest of all time, and you think I'm making side bets to lose?
But this don't make no. This is gonna be on YouTube. I have a law career to wonder about. I have a law license that I have to protect. It's gonna be on YouTube. This is fucking crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? What are we doing? Millionaires. I can understand it for people like I can understand it for people that are putting 40 hours a week or more. Like people really trying to millionaires. Yeah, Jesus. You don't make no sense.
But at the same time, too, I still believe that the league and the people, the league offices and Adam Silver and all of them,
You
I
know,
haven't had integrity in that, because I do believe to some degree that the league benefits from it, bro. Like I wouldn't be shocked if like because there's no way, because there's a lot we don't know what we don't know. But this isn't the first time the league's been involved in a scandal like this, and you also have to look at the league's history and understand that the league has always been like prior to Adam Silver. Like David Stern inherited a league with cocaine addicts. People
mm,
were drinking beers and smoking in the locker room during halftime and post games, and people were playing the games high. People like even in the early 2000s, like the
but no
chains,
lie, no lie,
guns in the locker
no
room.
lie. I'm not a guy that will make fun or say anything stupid about people's addictions.
No.
But this was the best time, the best league we had.
What
Low key. Like the late 90s, early 2000s.
oh yeah, no, late
Before the
90s, 2000s, but you got to like there was rampant like and there was still gambling going on at that time, but from the referee perspective, like in house, where they were fixing games. Like you got Scott Foster's nickname is the Extender.
I didn't know Scott Foster was that terrible, man.
He was Chris Paul has a negative record against Scott Foster, bro.
No,
Every time
I thought honestly, I thought it was just because you don't like him. Because I'm not even gonna lie. If I'm a ref, that's why I cannot be a referee. I don't care if you. That's why I still believe some referees are biased. Because you from somewhere. If you love a sport, you have a team that you support, and if you're refereeing against this team, you're gonna do everything you can for that team to win. Because let's say I'm a basketball referee in the early 2000s. I'm refereeing a Philadelphia 76ers game. You don't think AI is gonna go for 50 that night?
naturally, but that was the thing
You just
against Boston.
AI might go past the guy and he put the point. I'm like, N1.
That was the theory. They had that complaint for Boston when you would go play Boston back in the day that the refs were very biased for Boston
I can
specifically.
see it.
Well,
I can see
it's
it.
been a thing. It's been a thing, and specifically with that man Scott Foster, man, it's like the league's underground secret that this man is in on it. Like I'm telling you, look up Tim Donaghy, look up the you'll see what I'm saying. His nickname was the Extender. There's at some point when we talk about ratings, when we talk about like you as the head of the league wanting a certain playoff series to be extended for financial purposes, you're gonna call the extender. You're gonna be
Mhm.
like, hey, this team is down 3-1. We need a game seven.
7. And
That's
Scott
why.
Foster
That's
will
why.
give you that game 7.
I'll do you one better. Andre Iguodala and Evan Turner. What podcast was it? I forgot the podcast, but they basically said like one of Andre's quotes where he was like he got this from a vet he was with. He was like when they were in the playoffs going against Boston. This was when it was Philadelphia, Boston, and the winner of that series goes on to play the LeBron James Miami Heat. He said, "For us to win this game, in order to win by 10, you gotta win by 20, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
because." You need to give yourself that gap for when the referees start slowing the game down for you to still win by like 10 or 5. Because if you don't, you're going to lose that game because the refs are going to muddy it up and they're going to make it close. Because he was like, who do you think they want to see advance to the playoffs? Do you think they really want Philadelphia going up against LeBron James and the Miami Heat? Or do you think they want LeBron James to go against the Boston Celtics
Boston Celtics, yeah.
in the Eastern Conference Finals? He was like, so you really got to think about it. He's not saying it's straight. He's just saying it's going to be harder for you to win because you're not it's not supposed to be you. You know what I'm saying? So the integrity of the league is coming to question a lot. This isn't the first time it's happened. This is just the most, I'll say it's the most egregious time it's happened just because there's teams involved, ex players involved, coaches,
My
coaches.
my thing is the reason why it's more crazy right now is because it's tied to it's like a Law and Order episode or Chicago PD or whatever you want to call it because it's tied to mafia.
Mm-hmm.
He has mafia ties. Like they really using those Italian names like those Gambino family,
And
those
I also hate the fact that news outlets are just showing Conchi Billups' face like he orchestrated the whole thing. No, he's just a big part of it. That did
I
show the
think that
real
I
purpose.
think that when it comes to if we are judging based like between him and Terry Rozier, I think Chancey Billups played a better role because he wasn't the driving seat. He's a coach. He can
He's a coach.
determine if we win or lose a game. Whereas Terry, if he keeps missing shot, the other four might be like, let's not. Because remember, there was a time where Vinicius was playing crazy, and Benzema was like, don't give Vinicius the ball because he's playing against us. So I feel like players can be like, don't give Terry the ball. But whereas Chelsea might be like, okay, if anybody gets too hot, he's like, okay, you coming off, and he puts the worst player on the field just so the team can lose.
But this is the part where it becomes fucked up. Terry's a guard.
But it's not a point.
He's on our team specifically. He brought the ball up a lot.
Yeah.
So,
So
so,
yeah,
and
so
there's
there was time where when he bought the ball and just jack a dumbass shot and then
or
went
worse,
back, right?
he would pretend to initiate the play, and he would just he would like mess up his handle. Suddenly, he loses the ball
Like
off
a
his
dumbass
foot.
dumbass turnover.
Yeah, or like he goes to make a pass but he jumps in the air and he like throws it out of bounds. Or he makes a pass, he goes to make a bounce pass and it's too soft. And then he's not getting back on defense. It's like
Do
the
you
capacity for mistakes that he could make in his position
were
is
unlimited?
so unlimited that even if you could be like, oh, don't pass in the ball, he's gonna touch the ball at some point because he's a guard.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like I'm happy he's off the team. I don't feel
But
bad
what about well, we're not talking about that Damon Jones guy though.
for him. It was just
He was
I
a coach too,
yeah, yeah, he was a coach too, but he was like
but
one
he
of the
wasn't he wasn't a decision maker.
no, he was just one of the ringleaders because they had the way that it would work is you would bring in gamblers from outside of basketball and like we're talking people who gamble in Vegas for big money. You would bring
Okay.
those guys to a room and you would bring those guys with your guys, but your guys would be the ones winning and the big gamblers with the money would be the ones losing because your guys know that Terry Rozier is going to hit all of his unders. That's how
Mm-hmm.
that's how they would do that, which is
This is crazy though. But if I mean, hey, we're still gonna watch the game. We're still gonna enjoy it. We're still gonna wonder every time a coach do something dumb if he's part of the gambling ring. Every time a player does something wrong, we're still gonna wonder is he part of a gambling ring. But hey, at the end of the day, that's not gonna stop us from enjoying the game. So moving on, man. How do you feel? How you feel about the Spurs doing that, getting that franchise record of 5-0?
I
Is
want to take
Wemby?
this
Is it too
opportunity.
early to say Wemby MVP?
MVP race. I don't even want to talk about the MVP race right now. I don't even want to have that nasty conversation just yet. But it's because last episode I said that I had concerns about what the culture would have like post Greg Popovich. Even though Greg Popovich is still involved, that's still it's good to see like the not only is the DNA still there, but I saw a timeout, like you know how they do the timeouts and they show you like the coaches and what they do and stuff. I'm
Hmm.
so like they have a great coach. They have like the organization, the core of the organization is intact. And then Wimby playing the way he's playing, feeling the way he's feeling as a Spur solidifies that core even more. So I have no more doubts. To me, they're off to a strong start right now. And if they don't get injured and if Wemby continues this level of play, I could see them being a threat to go all the way. Just off of Wimby's playstyle and the fact that they still have that uh that organizational core of who they are as a team and their identity. Like that is a that to me that let me know that post Greg Popovich that will forever be like a winning franchise as long as they have the player with the right mentality and a coach that that embodies those values. Like they will be fine even if they don't necessarily have the talent. That's a team that if they don't have the talent, I trust San Antonio to be able to rebuild. And if they do have the talent, I trust them to be a threat. So that's how I feel about them now.
I mean, I agree. And so far, there has been no answer for Wemby yet.
They also had an easy schedule though. Let's be honest. Like their first 5 games, the teams that they were going against, the teams they're not like crazy teams, but still, I've never seen anybody like them
Hey,
get.
The Bulls are 4-0.
The Bulls are 5-0 too, but
Well,
to but to
five and
me
zero.
that's also like I like them, but I feel like the Spurs trajectory for
No,
success is more
The
sustainable.
Spurs are better, man.
It's more sustainable, even though the Bulls are playing good basketball right now.
But I mean the Bulls is just I feel like it's just luck. But when it comes to the Spurs, I feel like they gonna be. I feel like we're going back to when Jokic and Denver were unstoppable. I
They're
feel
like
like
when Jokic was like hitting the peak.
mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something similar happening,
Hmm.
and I feel like the Spurs are gonna be the team to beat for the West.
You think so? Before I could say that, I there's one player I gotta see like become better, and that's Castle. Like for me at this point, I know about Wimby. Like I know they have a good core. I know they have like good young talent, but I'm watching specifically for Cat. I'm watching to see what leap Castle takes, and that's gonna answer my question. Because when we talk about Denver and their success, they had a similar formula where they had a generational talent in Jokic. They had a solid group, a solid team that was young, solid experience on that team too with certain guys. But that team, as much as we rightfully praise Jokic for his level of play, the 2-man game that he had with Jamal Murray and the level of talent that Jamal Murray is, Jamal Murray's another one of those microwave players. When he's on fire, it's a there's very
As a Laker fan, the
you know
fear
well
that you have for Chris Middleton,
you have for Jamal
I,
Murray.
I turn that fear into hatred
For Jamal Murray.
for Jamal Murray.
So it's you know about Jamal Murray well. Did
Yes, I do.
and
Unfortunately.
even before the Lakers, like Jamal Murray in the bubble,
Hmm. This was the only time we got one of him.
stupid. It was ridiculous. Even in the series against y'all, he was playing out of his mind. So we gotta credit. You still need to have like that. If you have a capable big, you still need to have that guard, or you still need to have that like secondary player who's like a clear number two that also fits into the overall system. And I feel like Stephen Castle, the opportunity for Castle to elevate and take that spot is there. And if he takes that spot, not only are they a threat, but they are contenders. Because yeah, they're 5-0, but we still have a long season ahead of us, and anything could happen. Like and this is a game of injuries and ups and downs, so anything could happen. But
I
I'm watching for
don't
Cat.
know. I don't know if Castle can elevate to be that guard, but I do know they play really well where one complement. Well, I'm not talking about Castle, I'm talking about all the guards.
Mm-hmm.
So one step up whenever you need it. So this is the reason why I think that makes them more of a threat because anybody at any point can heat up.
Mm-hmm.
And Wemby is always gonna give you what Wemby is gonna give you. So I mean, there's still 77 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be keeping an eye of them. And I have yet to see a team find a game plan to guard Wemby. I want to see them against the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. You
Not
think you
I'm not
think,
expecting a dub. I'm not expecting a dub.
but you think
But
the second coming of Jeremy Lin can do something about it?
that was a highly disrespectful statement, bro.
I didn't make it.
And I love Linsanity. Like I was one of those guys that was going crazy for Jeremy Lin, but how how consistent has Austin Reeves been? Is that it has been 2 seasons. He's been always giving you what you expect him to give you. Jeremy Lin was out for only not even one full season. It was like a half of a season. It was the second part of a season. and then he got a contract, and then he fell faded into black.
He got
So
hurt. I was a Jeremy Lin guy. He got hurt. His knee,
yeah,
ACL,
but
because he went to
come on.
Charlotte. He went to Charlotte. He played well in Charlotte. When he got to Charlotte, he played well. And then we're not
But
gonna talk.
it wasn't Linsanity.
Late Lakers ruined him. Lakers ruined him. Houston. I'm not gonna say Houston because Houston that was its own. He wasn't gonna succeed as Linsanity in Houston, but he was serviceable there too. But him getting hurt in Brooklyn hurt me. But I will say this: I don't like the comparison because Austin Reeves
It's not the same
Austin
level,
Reeves
man.
is clear cut the better player. But I don't
He
like the
is.
comparison because it's like it's not even the same. Linsanity was crazy. Do you know what Linsanity was like? Validation for a country. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Culturally, Linsanity was validation for a country and a group of people.
Hmm.
So it's not even this. It doesn't even mean the same. That's why
Hmm.
to this day, no matter how many like great players come after Lin that are clearly better than him, people will always remember Linsanity because it was a player who like he came from Harvard, was in the G League, went from sitting on the couch of his friend to dropping 30 something a night in New York as an Asian kid,
Hmm.
going up against like taking game winners. Like you might say it's reminiscent because Austin Reeves, he's a third option. You don't really expect that from him. Jeremy Lin, by all definition. There's a universe out there where Jeremy Lin's still not in the league. There's a universe out there where Jeremy Lin never gets that opportunity because he's still viewed as that kid from Harvard. So it's like culturally, I don't know what other word I can use besides that, but like the what it mean, what Linsanity meant, it should have never even been a comparison in my eyes.
I mean, if we're looking at it from a cultural standpoint, Linsanity was one of the biggest cultural statement in the NBA. So it's still highly disrespectful to Jeremy Lin. But if we're looking at it on a basketball level standpoint,
It's
it is a
disrespectful to
disrespect
Austin
to
Reeves.
Austin Reeves. So
So I just it's two players who shouldn't even.
I don't think the comparison is fair at all, man.
It's why
I
I
think
stopped watching.
Austin Reeves is Austin Reeves. I don't even know who. I mean, if I sit down and really think about it, I might find somebody who he reminds me of. Like I would say, like a white boy that he reminds me of, but don't even.
Austin Reeves is Austin Reeves, man. I don't have a some people like saying I see the white chocolate comparison a lot, but I don't even see that. Yeah, I see the white chocolate comparison. I've seen the white chocolate
Uh,
comparison for Austin Reeves
I don't see it, man.
because
I don't see it.
he's really shifty with his handle and stuff, but he's not the passer.
I
He's
don't
just a
think that Austin Reeves. The only reason why I don't say Austin Reeves reminds me of Mike Bibby is because he's not the first option. Mike Bibby was the first option for the Kings when he was at his peak.
I could see a young Mike Bibby. I could kind of see it.
Yeah, but he's not the first option in the Lakers. So I mean,
He
he
was
still
he
has
was
like the handles will pull up from three, will try to get to
He,
the
he,
basket.
he,
Still have
he
like the
was
play
for a
style,
couple
but
games, man.
uh,
He was for a couple games. So I
well, when everybody's injured, so there's a difference
can't
for that.
even.
But
But
how do you feel about your hits, man?
I like where we're at. Our offense is faster. Our pace is overall much improved. I'm still we put up a better fight in the game against San Antonio than I thought we would. That was refreshing to see. Even though we lost, it wasn't like a disrespectful loss. It was like
Yeah, I've yet to see you guys get
yeah,
blown out.
and we're consistently scoring above 100 because our pace is faster.
Hmm.
We don't have that criminal on our team anymore, so there's more cohesion in the offense. I don't miss Duncan Robinson. I know a lot of the Heat faithful do. I don't miss him.
I saw him in his new team and he was playing decent.
No, he's like he's a specialist. He will find if you're a specialist and you're a 3-point shooter, you will have a job. But come playoff time, will he be in the rotation?
True, true.
That was his problem with us. If I see him in the rotation come playoff time and he's better defensively, then I would be like, okay, like a team found a way to put him or hide him on defense, or even he improved better as a defensive player and he's no longer a cone and he's able to make the rotation. But he was not in the rotation come playoff time for our team.
Yeah.
That's just as harsh as it is. His the only time that he was really serviceable is when he hit that occasional three for us, and when he caught fire and he was capable of hitting shots from anywhere, especially when he first hopped onto the scene and scouting teams had no answer for him. But the second they put him on the scouting report, it was over. Now he needed to add to his game. He needed to learn to drive to the basket better, finish at the rim better, which I will give him credit, he did, but it wasn't enough for what we
That
paid
wasn't
him,
enough. Yep.
especially for what we paid him. So I don't miss him. Wish him well, but I've been saying trade Duncan Robinson for the longest time.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been
Yep.
throwing
Yep.
him in hypothetical trade packages for the longest time, just because
Hmm.
I felt like Miami Heat could have upgraded from him sooner and could have found like even a younger, better player. And it seems like we did. We just have to keep developing our young guys, giving our young guys more time to burn,
Man,
play Khalil Ware more because I really love Bam at the four,
at the
even though I
four.
know
That's what I
I'm
was gonna tell
never
you.
gonna get 25 a night from him. If he could give me a 23-point double double on a nightly basis, I just have to live with it because he's not a number one. He's not a
Hmm.
number one player. We still don't have a number one player on our team. I'm not ready to give that to Tyler Hero yet because he's just too injury prone. And that's another player. That's another player I feel like the Miami Heat could move on from.
That's what I
Um,
was gonna ask you. Do you think it's time?
they have maybe a year, like in the like next year. If things don't pan out, I'm looking to move on from Tyler Hero because availability is the best ability.
Hmm.
Availability, your talent means very little if you're never available. And he's a very talented player who's constantly developing his game and has the potential to be a premier scorer because he was our premier scorer for some time when it was Jimmy Butler on the team still. He was one of our premier scorers. And we did try stuff where we would put him at the point guard position. He can play, but if you're unavailable, best believe that your timeline for a team is reduced because if they're paying you all this money and you're not available and the team is clearly missing a role that you could fill, but you're never available to fill it, the team is going to slowly move on from you, even when you are on the roster. Case in point, Philly's doing that with Embiid.
Hmm.
At this point, Philly wholeheartedly understands that Embiid is too injury prone, and I don't want to say past his prime because of injury, but it's like
Debatable.
they have they've set themselves up with Tyrese Maxey. They drafted Jared McCain, who's shown that he could be like a solid player for them.
Hmm.
They
They
have
have a
VJ
new
on the
guy,
roster. VJ
VJ. Yeah.
is going stupid as a rookie for them. Their only problem down the future is going to be they have too many guards that they know what to do with, who have the
Yeah, I
potential.
think it's gonna get to a point where they're gonna trade one of them for a
Yeah,
bit.
they're gonna have to reach that crossroad where they make a decision. But until then, while you still have Embiid, who you realistically can no longer rely on as your guy because of how injury prone he is, you still have a Maxi that you can lean on. You still have scoring punches you can lean on. And if you got to trade Embiid, you trade him. If you got to let him go, you let him go. You
Where?
deal with that. I
Who's
don't.
gonna trade for him?
There's a team out there. The Blazers exist. There's a team out there. There's a team for everybody. So it's like there's so whatever like there's a GM out there who could be sold on any player. So it's
Yeah,
like
but does that GM have the package to put together for that player?
you did that we'll see. We'll see because it depends on your value as a player, really. And injury, nothing hurts your value more than being injury prone. There's one thing than just like not being in form and sucking, but being injury prone will do that to you. So I just feel like, with the Miami Heat, I say Tyler Hero probably has another year. And it's not like he's out for the whole season. He's gonna be back. I just have to see what he looks like with our current roster because the way the roster is constructed is still set up for him to be our top guy, essentially. But the
Okay.
way our other players are playing, where with the pace and how everybody's kind of playing their roles to the best of their ability,
Mm-hmm.
I still got to see what he looks like. Because even Jaime Jaquez, who was in a sophomore slump, he's playing better this season too, which I'm happy he is because a lot of people had given up on Jaime Jaquez, and I was leaning more towards that too, just because he was a player that he
No, he's
wasn't
playing
young.
good. He's balling.
He's balling, but he wasn't young when we drafted him. So it's like when you're not young and you already have more than 2 years in college and people draft you, there's that expectation of you already being NBA ready. So you having a slump doesn't hurt you, doesn't help you at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see him hooping. Now we just because we have talent. The Heat, we have
No,
talent.
you do. I was watching the game the other day, and like my setup that I have for NBA, it gives me the game like I was in the stadium, like with the intro and everything. First of all, your intro goes hard. Like the song that they play, it goes really, really hard. And then I was watching him play, like the way he was playing, I'm like, and I was watching also everybody on your roster, like the talent. I'm like, bro, like. You have guys.
We have talent. It just has to like the classic NBA teams where it's not the talent you have. It's everything has to come together at the right time
Yeah,
for it
yeah.
to like. And that's if I was to describe Miami Heat basketball, that's what everything has to just come at the right time. And when it comes at the right time, we'll be in the finals.
Well, let's hope that it comes at the right time this year.
I'm not saying all that.
Can be you against me in the finals. Well, guys, this
I'm
is
not
where
gonna
we're gonna wrap things up with all living in the final.
hey, when it comes to the right time, I didn't say this season. He did. He's the delusional one. I just I rep my team. I rep my team. I rep my team.
I'm waiting. I mean, hey, I cannot rep it for you. You gotta be the one to rep it. But man, listen, I'll let you guys go now because we both off a shift.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go find something when light to eat. Um, and then we'll see you guys. We'll catch you guys up on the next one, man.
Yes, we will. Let us know who we're tripping this episode. I don't think I was tripping, but hey.
It was a pretty good episode. Nothing crazy was said.
All right.
That was a good one. All right, guys, you already know the vibes. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good week. Peace.